Call of Duty ruined my life.
What's up, ladies and gents? xcalizorz here, bringing you some from the desk of xcal, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about good old Modern Warfare 2022. And before we begin, I do want to apologize because I have had better games than what I'm about to show you, but unfortunately for everyone involved here, I may end up in a state of things after the streams are over where I'm a little forgetful. These things happen a lot, and I forget to hit stop recording, and I've done that I think 4 times now. So I mean, you know, what we got is what we got, and if you're here for amazing gameplay, then bless your soul, bless your pea-picking little heart. But anyway, moving along here. I don't usually expect things to get better, especially in a modern FPS sense, but I most certainly don't expect things to get worse, which is actually... I can't believe we've taken a few steps backwards since the beta, and my number one gripe being what they've done with the jumping and the ADS speed, which I guess is a weird thing to me, because apparently it's the milsim crowd is now having a huge influence on gameplay direction here, and they like things as slow and as realistic as possible. Now, for my money, I like the one good jump in Call of Duty. You get one good jump, then you can't really get off the ground anymore, and then maybe you can transition into a drop shot if it's gone that far, and then after that, that's all she wrote on to the next. You know, it's the way it was in COD 4 and Black Ops 2. But here, with the release of Modern Warfare 2022, not only have they made the movement just feels wonky. It feels like you're just clunky. It's not smooth. There's one thing you can give COD credit for. Usually the movement is pretty seamless and smooth. But this year, it is clunky, and now they have gone with the brilliant design decision of if you jump and you ADS even slower. And I am not a huge fan of that at all. I mean, we're already in a state of things where the time to kill is twice as fast as the ADS speed. So... And then if you use God, this is fun. Like get a level up an LMG, get it kitted out, and then see how long it takes. Like 3 full seconds if you jump in ADS with an LMG. It's, well, I mean, you can't do that with the 200 pounds. See, the milsim crowd. You just stick to America's Army or something if that game still exists. You know, this is my Battlefield 1 players will know what I'm talking about. This is very reminiscent of Battlefield 1. If you've played it recently for the first time due to the Steam sale, last I checked there were several tens of thousands of people on that game, peaking at like 40K a weekend and a half ago. The movement wasn't always like that. I forget exactly when. This was years and years ago. You actually used to be able to slide around, slide and shoot, slide around corners, you know, shoot people in the diaper and all that with that slide, and strafe from left to right at a pretty decent speed where, you know, it's you may actually miss a shot here and there trying to track somebody doing that. And eventually there was enough outcry about what the community dubbed it as ADAD spam. Which I don't know why they call it ADAD spam. It's just always been strafing. I mean, that's moving side to side, make yourself hard target to hit. It's always been called a strafe. You get moved from side to side while moving forward. The serpentine. ADAD spam. So basically, their DICE's response to fixing the ADAD spam problem was that if you strafe from left to right in the same spot for too long, it really wouldn't take that long, the movement would get slower from side to side, thus kind of after like one rotation from left to right, right to left, you'd be moving like you were in quicksand.
Alright.
Always hated that change, and it seems like it's taking
hey man,
the worst
talk about the game. I'm not
ideas
here
from
to conversate, man.
Battlefield
Come on.
and really making it their own. That Call of Duty. So I like one good jump. I'm wasn't a fan of how it ended up in like the final days of Warzone 1, where people have the the one frame macro fucking power slides that just looked goofy to me, and it's a different topic for different days. So I like the one good jump. I like a nice solid strafe speed. Nothing too crazy. I mean, if we want to go into double jump territory, you know, I always did like Titanfall movement. Didn't really much care for Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare. It had its moments. Wish that game was more popular on PC. I feel that game's very underrated, but all right, let's not trail off for too long there. So, the changes to the jumping and the ADS while jumping, not a fan of. Certainly not a fan of the attachments in this game. It's like for every like good thing a new attachment may do, there's 2 negatives tied to it, and it's you gain something you want, but you lose something you need as well. Like I guess in their head it's supposed to be trade-offs, but I mean it's at the end of, when you get a fully kitted gun with everything you'd want, you've got something that past the first 2 bullets you can't see where it's shooting because it's bouncing all over the place. Right, ADS is so slow that you know unless you're mounted up. It's ADS speed too slow, too bouncy. Seems like the best way to go for at least SMGs and ARs is to use as few attachments as you can get away with, and you'll be better served for it. Whereas with snipers, you need the like especially in ground war, you need the barrel and the suppressor to have any fun with the sniper rifles. So I've been having a lot of fun grinding that the 50 cal, and yeah, it's and some of the of course in classic Call of Duty fashion, you gotta get mounted kills for some of your camos. So of course with a shotgun instead of something intuitive like you know one-shot kills, maybe long shots, attack and defenses, even assists, headshots. No, what do you gotta do on your way to gold camo for the Olympia? Mounted kills. Yep, they brought that back. Mounted kills for challenges because that is everyone loves mounted, especially with the shotgun. I mean, there's a number of things they could do. Point blank, one-shot kills, headshots, assists, captures and defends. So many things that would be, you know, indicative of what someone would want to get done with a shotgun. But no, mounted kills with shotguns, so. There's just no winning. And then, of course, there's no combat record, no lobby leaderboard. No snooping on other people's stats to try and figure out where you stand. They subject us to algorithm-based matchmaking, whether you believe it's skill-based or engagement-oriented. We can all agree there's at least a certain algorithm in the background. Now, whatever it may do exactly is up for intense debate. And they've gone out of their way to take away as much information from us as humanly possible. No combat record, no lobby leaderboards, lobby shuffle after every match. And it's already gotten to the point in ground war where I'm seeing the same people game in and game out. So that's always so you shuffle the lobbies just to run into the same people over and over and over again. So that's pretty cool. But I guess to get into what I have spent most of my time playing is ground war. As I played three 6v6 matches at most, and I never want to play it ever again. It's just it's for me. Until there's input-based matchmaking, I'm really not interested in. You could make an argument, is that, yeah, you could queue up with the large party, but by that point, there's not really enough kills to go around for a 6v6 with a huge party. I've always preferred small parties. You know, it's 2 people, 3 people tops. But I mean, the game has changed so much from Black Ops 4 that it's... What the fuck's the point of it? Like the last 6v6 match, I was like, what's the fucking point? What are we playing for? What? I mean, I guess, you know, maybe I'm just at that point mentally with Call of Duty. Is why even fucking bother? The things that I liked playing Call of Duty for was, you know, getting those ridiculous scores, you know, carrying a bunch of fucking sandbags to victories with stupid things like, you know, the Black Ops 1 Olympia or Dual Scorpions or 8 COG Capars or anything like that. You can't do that anymore. And you can't even, like, party up with just, you know, like one other great player and, you know, carry 4 sandbags to victory. It's just all algorithm based. It's just artificial, and it's really just sucked the fun out. And traditionally, it's, you know, I did like going for camos. You know, who gets diamond for the pistols, honestly? I do! Well, you know, it's like, especially with this modern matchmaking, like, that is one of the most unfun things you can do. For whatever bracket I'm in, whatever bracket I'm in, it's annoying to play with and against whoever those people may be. And the worst thing you can do in these lobbies is level up a gun, then a gun starts to be fun, then you get all the challenges done, then you gotta move on to the next gun and start all over, and it's the most miserable thing in these games to level up a gun that has no attachments. It's in these fucking sweat fucked lobbies, it's just not worth it. There's no fun. If every match is gonna be hyper competitive and hyper sweaty, or these matches where you're just slated to lose, what's the fuck? I got nothing to show for it. So, I just spend most of my time in Ground War. I can't say with confidence. If there is any sort of algorithm-based matchmaking, it is a very, very loose algorithm, because I have seen my fair share of bums in the Ground War. You know, these people, you'll snipe a guy from the same rooftop like 4 times in a row, and he comes at you in a straight line until he takes the most convoluted route possible to get up to you, and then crouch walks up the stairs and shoots you in the back. Like, those are the kind of people in Ground War, and it's great when you can I don't know, get some good streaks going in Ground. But all I really do is just snipe people from rooftops. I've turned into that guy, the classic battlefield shitter. Maybe I'll hop on a point to, you know, get some score streaks going. But I don't give a fuck about winning or losing anymore. And the most fun I have playing this game is finding their spawn chopper and trying to snipe people midair as long as I can. That's the best fun I can make out of the multiplayer experience. And really, I mean, that's really just what Ground War is snipers are so freakishly strong. Once you get the barrel and suppressor attachments going, they seem pretty near hit scan as long as everyone's on the ground or on a rooftop to a ground shot. Shooting people out of the air does take a little finesse, I'd like to think. That's why I like doing it so much, probably. Actually, no, it's not that hard. I mean, it can be, but whatever. I just don't give a fuck anymore. And in Ground War, these maps, they're so big, there's so much empty space. That Seraph Bay map, I'm pretty sure I've only seen one victory go to a victory happen because someone scored the max amount of points, 250. Other times, most times, it goes to time limit. So many buildings, so many rooftops. So many of these buildings just have nothing in them. I mean, from like any given point in any part of the map in Ground War, you could be shot from like 16 different windows and 8 different rooftops, all of varying angles and degrees. And you couple that with squad spawning, like, you know, as a mechanic, I do love squad spawning. You would think it what's the word? Encourages. I'm sorry. Encourages teamwork, right? And it does, but at the same time, when you've got these big maps all these realistic buildings, tall buildings, and squad spawning. You do that, then you've got entire squads of people spawning in irrelevant parts of the map on a rooftop. You know, just like squad spawning and verticality has always been an issue since I have been introduced to the squad spawn mechanic, and I don't know, it just encourages the sitters, and you know, you can call me a hypocrite and all that, because I'm pretty sure I'm probably doing just that in in these videos. But again, there's no combat record, there's no rank to play for, so to speak. I mean, unless you go out of your way to do like game battles and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think Warzone releases, I think, in 2 or 3 days here, so maybe I'll make a video on that, give a couple thoughts there. But for the most part, Modern Warfare 2022 to me is a huge disappointment. It's pretty boring already. If I had to, you know, what I'd rather play, I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch 2, which I've been having a lot of fun with, actually. But I also get why people would be upset with it. But I haven't played the game since Season 1, so everything's new to me, and I don't give a fuck about battle passes or skins. The interest in skins went out the fucking door when affordable skins a la Black Ops 2 stopped being a thing, so the fuck do I care about battle passes and $40 skins? I already give them enough money. They don't need any more from me. And the way it is right now, I'd rather play Battlefield 2042. But well, I'll probably play. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess Warzone does come out, then my need to play multiplayer will be gone probably. I don't know. There is always fun sitting on a rooftop shooting 8 people out of a chopper before they finally get there, whatever. But alright, I'm just rambling on at this point. I've said what I needed to say, I think. So on that note, we're just gonna go ahead and call it quits. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. We're out of here. Peace.